Breathe from your diaphragm. What does that even mean? If you're a singer or someone who uses your voice professionally, like a speaker or coach, or someone who does yoga, or maybe you're someone who uses deep breathing in order for you to release stress and anxiety, you've probably heard this phrase before, but no one has really explained to you what that actually means. So, breathe from your diaphragm. When people say that, what they really mean is breathe fully and efficiently, whether that is for singing or speaking or moving. Today, I'm going to clear up the confusion and tell you exactly what happens when you breathe, and we're going to practice how we can truly breathe efficiently. What is the diaphragm? The diaphragm is our main breathing muscle. It is located right here. It's in the shape of a dome, and it separates our thoracic cavity from our abdominal cavity. The diaphragm is attached to the lungs, to the ribs, to the spine, and even to the heart. When we inhale, the diaphragm contracts and it becomes less domed. It flattens out a bit, pulling on the lungs, helping to create more volume within the lungs to be filled up with air. When we exhale, the diaphragm comes back to its dome shaped and air is pushed out of the lungs. The diaphragm does that without any conscious thought from us. That is its natural function. It's been doing our entire life. Let's look at the diaphragm's voluntary versus involuntary function. So the involuntary function of the diaphragm is for us to breathe for survival. When we come to sing or speak, or when we're practicing deep breathing, we are in a sense voluntarily choosing the function of our diaphragm because we override that natural survival breathing. But I have found that the moment I say anything about the diaphragm and controlling the diaphragm to any of my students, I've been teaching for over 15 years now, tension shows up. And that tension usually shows up in the abdominal muscles because they try to do something strange to control the diaphragm. And of course, that tension moves up higher and higher into the neck muscles, which is horrible because that's where your vocal folds are within your larynx here. So it just causes a mess. Instead of trying to control the diaphragm, let us control the structures that influence the function of the diaphragm. We're going to first start with the abdominal muscles. So your internal organs are housed within the dome of the diaphragm. So when it contracts, it pushes them out of the way, making space for your lungs. If you breathe in and you suck in your abdominal muscles, what happens is you are restricting the diaphragm's contraction, which in turn restricts and limits greatly the amount of air that you can take in. So that's why it's very, very important that every single time you take in a breath, that you allow your abdominal muscles to release. And to be clear, your abdominal muscles are not just the muscles in the front. It's really a cylinder of muscles that wraps from the front, the side, and all the way through your lower back. Some people have a hard time releasing the abdominal muscles because they've gotten so used to keeping it sucked in as part of their everyday life. I do that too, that when it comes time to release those muscles, it's really difficult for them. So here is a simple exercise that you can do to help release your abdominal muscles. I have it linked in a video above, and you can practice with that short video anytime you want to. You're going to sit on a chair. Your torso is going to lean over, and you're going to put all of the weight of your torso onto this part of your arms. And from here, you're going to breathe in and allow your abdominal muscles to release. In this position, it is quite difficult for your abdominal muscles to stay tight, no matter how much you try. Now, when you exhale, you do not need to suck in your abdominal muscles in order to push the air out. That is a technique that some singers use. It is so not necessary. Your abdominal muscles have a natural recoil to them, so they will naturally come back into their resting position when you are exhaling. You do not need to do that. Okay, your pelvic muscles are also affected when your diaphragm contracts. So you're also going to release your pelvic muscles when you breathe in. and you don't have to do anything with it because the natural recoil is going to have it come back to its natural position. The other structure we should focus on is our ribs. Your ribs are attached to your lungs and attached to your diaphragm, and you can control the movement of your ribs. You can literally say ribs move and they will move. So every time you take in a breath, you're going to allow your ribs to move up and out with the fanning out motion of the diaphragm, and you can control the speed at which it comes back down and in. When you do that, you can control how quickly or how slowly you release your air. Perhaps you're practicing deep breathing and you breathe in, say, for 4 counts and you exhale for 8 counts. So let's do that together so we can practice allowing the ribs to move every single time we take in a breath. So you're going to go ahead and take your hands and place it right here on your lower ribs, and you're going to breathe in, consciously choosing to allow your ribs to move as much as they can up and out as we breathe in for 4 counts, and let's release for 12 counts. Ready? Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and let the rest out. So I'm sure you probably noticed that you were able to take a much deeper inhalation by just willing your ribs to move. As we breathe in again this time, let's really try to think about our abdominal muscles releasing all the way around. Remember, it's a cylinder of muscles, and our ribs moving up and out with every single breath. This is the type of coordination we need for easy, free breathing that allows the diaphragm to function optimally. So again, if you would like, you can put your hands on your lower ribs, and this also helps you to feel your abdominal muscles releasing. So we're going to breathe in for 4 counts, and we're going to breathe out for 12 counts. Ready? Here we go. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This time I'm just going to snap to keep count so I can breathe with you. Ready? Here we go. Breathe in, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Breathe in, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In closing, let us move away from the phrase, breathe from the diaphragm. It's confusing. It doesn't really tell us what to do. It causes tension. Instead, let's bring our focus to releasing the abdominal muscles and allowing your ribs to move every single time you breathe. And in extension, you can also focus on the release of your pelvic muscles. That's going to be a whole different video. If you have found this video to be helpful, I would so love it if you would subscribe and share this video with someone that you think would appreciate it. Happy practicing.